everyone, it's Elena here. I'll be spending 2 days in Suncheon, and for today, we'll be exploring Suncheon's National Garden and Wetland Reserve. I'm very excited to be here. I'm actually doing a solo trip in South Korea for a month, and I've been in South Korea for 2 weeks. Suncheon is my 5th city. I've heard a lot of tourists and locals raving about the National Garden, saying that it's big and beautiful, and for the Wetland Reserve, we have got to catch the sunset. I'm actually planning to spend my whole day here because I really want to chill and enjoy the scenery, and I'm looking forward to see all the flowers. Let's go! I've been walking for about 1.5 hours, and oh boy, this place is indeed huge. There are so many flowers, trees and lakes to look at, and they are so pretty. There are also many random photo spots here and there, and I now finally understand why this place is highly raved. Oh, and one good thing about this garden is that there are a lot of restrooms as well as snack bars along the way, so don't need to worry about feeling tired or feeling hungry. Here is the map of the whole Suncheon garden. I just found out that I have attended the Suncheon International Garden Expo that actually ends on 31st October. I'm sure they would have something else after that as well. But anyway, if you look at the map over here, it is huge, right? This whole expo. I have only explored this part of the garden, alright? There are still like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more parts of the garden. I'm definitely not going to be ambitious. I think I'll just explore maybe one more part of the garden as well as the Wetland Reserve for today. Time check, it is 4:30 PM now, and I'm going to take the Sky Cube over to the Wetland Reserve. The sun sets in about an hour's time, so I hope I will be able to catch it. Anyway, you have to pay extra to take the Sky Cube. They have a one-way ticket or a round ticket. For myself personally, I got the one-way ticket because over at the Wetland Reserve, you can take public transport or taxi. So to me, I want to spend time over there to explore the place, and I don't want to be in a rush because the last Sky Cube train is at 6:30 PM. I'm currently in the wetland area, and my initial plan was to go up to Yongsan Observatory to catch the sunset. But as you can see, the sun is behind me, it is clearly setting and I'm late. I totally forgot to account for the time to wait for the Sky Cube as well as for the tram ride. Anyway, I don't think we can explore in the dark here because this place is clearly not lit. There is no street lamps or whatever, and I already had a very scary experience solo hiking in the dark in Jeollanam Mountain. I do not wish to experience the same thing again here. I think I will come back here tomorrow again because I'm only probably going to be in Suncheon once, and I do really want to explore and enjoy the nature here before I head back to Singapore. It's very pretty though if you can see from the back. Oh my god, so wasted. I wish I planned my time more properly. My heart. The moon is just over there. One thing I noticed about Korea is how close the sun and moon are to us. I've never seen the moon and sun so up close before, and I really like it. As a whole, I really enjoyed my time in the garden today. I visited 2 parts of it. There are 4 sections if I remember correctly, and I really took my time to take videos and photos, and I think this is why I lost track of time and unfortunately did not manage to explore the Wetland Reserve. I really like the gardens in the east side as compared to the south, and for the Wetland Reserve, I think it's a must visit place. That being said, as I mentioned earlier in the video, this garden expo technically ends in end October 2023. So I do not know what is going to happen next. I would think that there will be still another round of garden expo in 2024 because this place is huge, and I don't think they'll just let it go to waste, right? Because it's beautiful and it's a tourist attraction. I only have 3 goals for today. Firstly, to visit Naganeupseong folk village. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Secondly, to catch the sunset this time round in Suncheon wetland area. And last but not least, to explore Aretjang Market because it is only open on Fridays and Saturdays, and for today it's a Saturday. It is 9:30 AM now, and I'm actually just outside the folk village. I'm going to be purchasing a ticket in a bit. It takes about 1 hour to travel here via public bus from Suncheon bus terminal. It's a little bit far, but the bus stop is just outside the folk village, so it's really accessible. Hey guys, I left the folk village at about 12 p.m. and time check is 2 p.m. now, and I'm still not at Suncheon wetland because I took the wrong bus. I took the bus to the other direction, even further away from Suncheon, when I should be going back to Suncheon to the wetland. And after I realized that, I took a bus back. The bus journey from the folk village to Suncheon wetland is supposedly only 1 hour, but because of this wrong bus route that I took, I needed an extra hour, and even with that extra hour, I'm still not at the wetland. And I think also because the waiting time for each bus takes about 20 to 30 minutes, that adds on to the journey time as well. I think the universe is trying to tell me not to catch the sunset at the observatory deck. But no, I will get there, alright? This time round, I will catch the sunset at the place that I want to see. So right now, I'm just going to quickly talk about the folk village. In general, I really enjoyed my time there. I spent about 2.5 hours there to explore the whole village. I really like the place because it gives you a glimpse of a dynasty back in the olden days. They had a mini museum to talk about the Korean traditional marriage, the death rituals, and how they usually celebrate babies when they turn 100 days old. Because in the past, babies don't live beyond 100 days. I cannot imagine the pain of parents. When you do go there, remember to take the brochure which shows you the map of the village so you can plan your route accordingly. They actually also do have some recommended routes for you depending on your interest. So after being in Korea for 2 weeks, I have 2 tips for everyone and for myself in the future. Firstly, when you board the bus, always check with the bus uncle to make sure that you're going towards the correct direction. And secondly, if there's an opportunity, talk to the hotel staff or the host to ask them for directions to a place, because they are locals, they will know better how to get to another attraction.
We have found our way. It's a brand new day, and we'll be making history. Are you with me? Won't you stay? We have come so far. This is who we are, and like the rising sun, we have just begun to play our part. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors. We are heroes and dreamers. We are restless believers, stronger than ever. Never say never. Don't look back now. Don't look back now.
Please don't mind how I look right now because I actually just cried. It is currently mid-October in Korea, and it has been a year since the Itaewon Halloween tragedy. The Singapore news outlet, the Straits Times, released an article to recap about the whole trauma that the families have to go through, and I was just reading it and I could not help myself because I just cannot imagine losing your loved ones overnight, let alone an accident that could have easily been prevented. According to the news article, the authorities did not give a proper closure to the families of the victims, and I think this is why they found it very difficult to let go. And I just cannot imagine the emotional trauma these families, loved ones, and the country have to go through. Anyway, back to the point of this video, I initially wanted to visit Aretjang Market. I imagine it somehow somewhat like Taiwan's Shiling Street. So I was very taken aback when I reached the entrance of the market, only to see that most of the shops have closed, and I thought I got the dates wrongly because, to be honest, there is not much information about Aretjang Market online. I couldn't find anything at all, not even on YouTube. I'm so glad that I chanced upon this eatery afterwards that is just outside Aretjang Market. The food I had was mixed pork meat. They had intestine, they had pork belly, etc. A lot of different kind of pork things inside the stew. And oh my god, it was really very good. It felt like home food, comfort food. Something I need in this cold weather that I currently am experiencing right now in Suncheon. So after dinner, I walked a few steps down and I finally found the correct Aretjang Market. I got to say that I'm disappointed though, because it is just a small hall filled with a few food carts with overpriced food. There was also an ongoing live performance, and yeah, I guess the whole place was pretty crowded. I think they were mostly locals. It's actually still quite early now, it's 7:30 PM, but I guess I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna call my mother and my brother when I go back to the hostel. I guess this is also a reminder to appreciate your loved ones while they're still around. Good morning everyone, today is my last day in Suncheon and I'll be heading over to the drama filming set before I depart for Busan. Let's go! Wow, that was really fun. It is very interesting to see how the Korean houses look like back in the 1970s and how people in the past used to entertain themselves with different kind of games when technology wasn't so advanced. I was actually hoping to catch some celebrities in action because my hostel friend just came here 2 days ago and she mentioned that there was some filming on set. It would be really very cool to see some actors and actresses in real life. Hey guys, I'm currently in Suncheon bus terminal and I'm about to take a bus to Busan now. I'm so glad that I've allocated enough time to explore all the places I wanted to go in Suncheon. It has been really fun, amazing, and I had a great time here. I will be vlogging my experience in Busan as well, so if you're going there, feel free to catch my vlog. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!